Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss about pros and cons of using API gateway, and we will also see why API gateways are getting so popular these days. So without wasting any further time, let's move ahead. So one of the major benefit of using API gateway is that it provides the separation of concern. So if you look at this particular application, so as it is with every other application, this also has the business logic implementation layer, authentication, authorization, routing, and throttling. So these are the generic features which are provided by every application. Along with that, every application has different kind of clients who invoke this set of APIs offered by that application. There could be mobile clients, there could be desktop clients, there could be external partners, uh, or there could be the system administrators who invoke those set of APIs. So one thing that you will note here is that except business logic implementation, rest of the features which are provided by the application, for example authentication, authorization, routing, or throttling, these features forms the uh, or these features come belongs to a group called as common access layer. So in every application, the principle which is followed is that business layer should be separated from the common access layer, and hence with the same intention, gateways provide this functionality to exactly achieve the same purpose. So as you can see here, all the functionalities which were related to the access layer, they are grouped in a gateway layer, and these features are provided by all the gateways, be it APG, be it MuleSoft, be it Amazon Gateway, be it Azure. So now your business logic implementation can reside in a separate layer. So that business logic implementation layer could be on could be based on microservices. It could be a monolithic application, but the all the access related things are now grouped in a gateway layer. So if you look at this gateway layer functionalities closely, then you will notice one thing, that all the functionalities are, they belong more to operations side. So whereas business logic implementation belongs more to development side. So this way we are also achieving that separation between the operation level task. So now operation level task can be done directly on the gateway layer without touching business logic implementation. So let's move on to the next benefit. The second benefit is that it gives you ability to use different protocols while implementing your business implementations. For example, you may have different APIs which are exposed on HTTP, or which are exposed on JMS layer, or otherwise which are exposed on HTTPS layer. So in this case, clients or invoking partners, they don't have to worry about the underlying protocol. At the same time, they also need not know about your underlying protocol. So this functionality or this aim can be easily achieved with gateways layer. From client perspective, they can send requests using one particular protocol, which in most of the cases is HTTPS protocol, whereas gateway will transform the protocol, and accordingly will invoke the different backend APIs which are implementing the business logic. So it can invoke in using HTTP, it can invoke using JMS or any other protocol for that matter. So that particular flexibility of using the different protocols in business layer can be achieved by using the separate gateway layer. Next are there are few more features which are provided by all the gateway providers. One out of few important out of them have been listed in this particular slide. Load balancing, is one more critical feature that gateway provides, that it provides the inbuilt load balancing for your APIs. Next is the transformation. So for example, if you get a request on JSON and you want to transform it into XML, then those things can be easily done in gateway layer. You can implement circuit breaker. So circuit breaker is something, if your backend API is not working, then instead of invoking backend layer, you directly send an error back to the client. So that circuit breaker, ready to use circuit breaker implementation comes along with these gateway tools. One more feature is monetization of the APIs. For example, if you are working on kind of implementation where whenever your APIs are invoked, there is some charging associated with that invocation. So such type of implementation can be very easily implemented with the gateway layer. Gateway provides this facility of monetizing your APIs. So at the moment, monetizing is not something which is offered by all the gateway tools, but APG and Kong, they definitely provide this functionality. The next feature that comes along with API gateways is the API developer portal. So all the client system or the developers who belongs to different invoking clients, they can log into this developer portal to find out the API documentation related to a API. They can send the request, and they can try to see how your API works. They can also find a interface specification document or information related to your documentation. So it is a kind of a self-service portal for your customers or clients. So this again, this API developer portal is also a ready to use feature that comes along with the API gateways, and only thing that you need to do here is that you need to customize that portal which suits your organization goals. Next feature is the monitoring dashboard. So API gateways provides you the monitoring dashboard or standard or default monitoring dashboards, which gives you very critical information about how your APIs are performing in your production environment. It will give you the details of errors, success rate, and all those quite cool features that you will definitely want to know. So diagram you are seeing is a screen which is, or if we are monitoring dashboard which is provided by APG, Google APG. Similar dashboards are provided by other gateway tools also. So this was more about the benefits of using API gateway, but there are some disadvantages also when we use the API gateway. API gateway is not something that you would want to use in every application. So let's see those. So one of them is it can cause the performance degradation. So this performance degradation totally depends on your architecture. So, so as you can see now, for every call there are two layers within your application. One is the gateway layer, other is the business layer. So due to this two-layered architecture, there could be performance degradation in case if both layers are taking uh, time to process the request. So that added latency can cause the performance degradation. But as I said, it depends on how you are architecturing your application. The next is single point of failure. So if your API gateways goes down, for example, if you haven't implemented clustering or the disaster recovery setup, that kind of thing, then if your gateway layers goes down, then whole business can get stopped. So that is a single point of failure, and that is a risk associated with it. Of course, this risk can be very easily handled by providing the load balance or DR boxes to support the requirement. Next is the additional skill set required, because previously or in the few years back, when everything used to be in the business in one layer only, so at that time all the implementations were using one single programming language or tool. It could be used Java or C++, etc. But now with this introduction of this gateway layer, so there are two applications or two different technologies which your developer must know, or otherwise you need to have two separate teams. One is to take care of gateway layer and other one to take care of business layer. So this additional skill set is one more thing which adds to overall operation, maintenance and enhancement cost to your project. So definitely that call needs to be taken depending on what kind of APIs you have and what kind of clients invoke those APIs. Depending on that, you can take a call whether you actually need API gateway or not. Yeah, so this was about this quick video about API gateways. If you like it, then please hit that like button, and you can subscribe to my channel to get regular videos like this. Thank you.